I am exhausted. I definitely made a giant, enormous, catastrophic mistake. Alright everybody, today's the big day, and I'm going to be driving to Seattle, Washington today, and it's probably going to take me about 3 or 4 days. I have an interview Wednesday at 2 o'clock, so hopefully I can make it by then. Right now it's Saturday at noon, so I have a couple days. Alright, so I'm very excited to be getting out of Flagstaff. I'm so excited to be leaving. Alright, so I made it to the middle of nowhere, so now I have 15 and a half more hours of driving to do. Alright, so it is now day 2, I just woke up. We're driving through Salt Lake City, probably later this afternoon. Fastest this van has ever gone. I'm scared to go any faster in this thing. So I'm just filling up some gas. And there's some people that have like 20 kids. If I was driving that, I would like crash my van right into like the fucking gas station and just blow up. Damon, where you at? Oh, I'm just at home. Alright, so right now it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just drove through Salt Lake City, Utah. It was actually really difficult to drive through that city because it was so many people on the road, and my ex actually lives in that area. I don't exactly know where, but it made it very kind of sad as well as challenging to drive through that city knowing that she lives somewhere in that area. Personally speaking, I'm from Minnesota, and Arizona and Utah are nothing like Minnesota at all. That is why I just don't like them that much, and it just doesn't feel like home. It feels really far from home, and not in a good way. About where I'm from is I like how green everything is, and I like lakes a lot. And I also just like people driving really well and being really nice to each other on the road, which is something that Minnesota is actually pretty well known for. We are so much like Canada. I feel like I've driven through the United States a lot, and to be honest with you, I feel like I'm more Canadian than I am American. Again, just can't wait to get on the road again. I should have got my tire changed. I asked my dad for some advice. And I asked him if like the tire was okay to drive with, and he was like, yeah, it should be fine. And I knew I should have went with my gut. I'm literally in Idaho, in like the middle of nowhere. I'm on a road that's 80 miles an hour, and if the spare goes out, I don't know which I feel less safe with. Driving with this or driving with this. Both suck. And I'm going 65 in an 80. I'm just glad the roads aren't as busy as they are. I'm glad it's a Sunday night. I got a fucking go-kart wheel. I hope this thing makes it. Right, so this flat tire is turned out to be just this absolute fucking disaster. And the next mechanic is north about 208 miles. And south, it's about 70 miles. And those are really not good options. Basically, when I went into the gas station, I talked to the guy that was working there. And he was like, I have like 16 tires. Let me see if I can find one that fits your tire. And I was like, cool, that'd be really nice. And so I went to his house and we tried like every single tire that he had, his neighbor had, and none of it fit on my van. And it's now midnight and I am exhausted. I definitely made a giant, enormous, catastrophic mistake by not buying a tire. It's 5 a.m. right now and I'm going to be driving. I'm going to be going really slow on an 80 mile an hour road, and I just want to drive with the least amount of people on the road as possible. So here we go. Just wish me luck, because I need a lot of luck right now. Oh man, am I happy to see you. 65 miles. That took an hour and a half of driving. The only good decision I made for this whole fiasco was that I woke up at 5 a.m. Much drove an hour and a half with not a lot of people on the road. Alright, so right now I'm going to get some lunch. They do not have the tire in stock that I need. And what they're doing is they're actually getting one shipped from another store. So I'll get that one later in the afternoon today. Alright, so that was $100, which wasn't too bad. But I got it fixed. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're gonna go back on the road. I'm excited to be back on the road. How's it going, John?
Yeah, man, you found a tire.
Yeah, I did.
Where at?
Breckenridge or something like that?
Brigham.
I just wanted to come in and say thank you so much. Because, I mean, you and your buddy were huge helps, you know, just kind of giving me some direction. You know, you guys need to do that, so I appreciate it.
That's good, man. I'm glad you made it.
Alright, well, take care, alright?
You too.
Alright, so I'm in Idaho. Pretty nice. I'm just kidding, no it's not. I don't even know how I got here, to be honest, guys. Alright, good morning everybody. Today is day 4 on this road trip. So far, we went through the worst of it. I slept like 10 hours, which is not good. I didn't set an alarm, which is kind of my bad. Just drove through a sign that said welcome to Oregon, and I had like this genuine smile on my face for like 2 miles. It was just such a good feeling to be back into a place that I know feels closer to home. And so Oregon is awesome, and I feel like Washington's gonna be really cool too. As you can tell, it looks a lot different here. I'm basically in northern Oregon at the moment. In a couple more miles I'll be in southern Washington. But I really like how it's looking so far. Look at how pretty it is here. It's so nice. I have the windows open. It is like 70 right now. Alright, so I made it, and that's really good. It's so weird when you finally arrive because you just kind of take an exit and you're in a city and you're like, alright, I made it. But really, you just passed through like 1,000 cities, so it kind of feels weird to kind of acclimate yourself to just one spot all of a sudden when you just drove across the country. Alright, so I did have my interview and I did get the job, so yay.